about 7 years already. So I usually take old records, chop them up, take a bass line, drums, but I take loops sometimes, whole loops, and I'm currently in music class so I can learn how to play the piano and appreciate good music. But I'm going to go over my track right now. I'm kind of nervous, so you can see I'm not used to this.
He's doing fine.
So this is a song I sampled. So
well, first of all, before we play it, we'd like you to guess the original artist. It's a pretty well-known song, so you probably have heard it. So we'll play it, and then we'll see if you can name the artist and song.
We get a prize?
Sorry, no prizes for name. We'll have
Well, I think I'm going out of my head. Yes, I think I'm going out of my head. Over you. Over you.
So I choose the very
let him guess it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Raise your hand if you think you know it.
The Dionne Warwick?
No.
Anyone else want to try?
Yes. So I usually sample rare stuff, but for tonight I sampled something so everybody would know. But here's the process, what I do, chopping up, add my drums. Here's the intro to the song I'm going to use, so go ahead. So that's just the intro, and next is going to be the drums. So that's I made those drums on a computer program. I just laid them out, and I didn't take any old record from the old drum. So the next is gonna.
So this is original drumming.
Original drumming, yeah. And the next is gonna be how I take the actual song, chop it into pieces, and I have a little keyboard where it's called a MIDI controller. So when you touch the button, it plays a little part. So when I chop it, I just kind of like you'll see it right now. That was just a little section of the song where I hit the key, like, ooh, you hear it. And the next is the melody break, where I have the breakdown in the song. And then, sorry. And the next part is just a little flavor, the little stabs. You'll hear it. Now, this is my whole song. It's called Ventricle off my free mixtape, so I don't make no money doing this. Out of 300 beats, I've made about 40 bucks selling them, so yeah, I believe that people should receive the credit for me sampling them, but I don't have no money, so I'm sorry. Alright, this is my actual song.
And let's hear the final version.
Yes, I think I'm going out of
just choose a little part of that, so I usually have a rapper rap over it, and that's what I do.
So let's thank Depakote for putting that together for us. He did it just for our show, so you can get a taste of that tonight.
Thank you.
Now I'm going to invite our other panelists up, and we'll have an interesting conversation. I think there's a lot to be said. You guys can come on up about where art and commerce and legality all come together. We decided to broaden the conversation tonight beyond music copyright to include a graffiti artist, as well as we have a speaker who can talk a little bit more about copyrights with photography, and we can't name the museum she works for, but the issues she deals with at a museum and dealing with artists and copyright issues. And so Elizabeth Morin will be leading us in the conversation, and she'll introduce everyone here.
Hi there, and first of all, I want to say thank you to Desiree and ITVS Community Cinema for inviting me. I'm Elizabeth Morin, and I work with the City of Los Angeles Department of Cultural Affairs, and I am delighted to be here. And joining us today, we have a very distinguished panelists, Saber, Piper, and Depakote. And what we would like to do today is really take inspiration from the film and a lot of the issues and topics that were highlighted and have a lively dialogue with all of you. And we're going to do this in a very strategic way. I will introduce each panelist and ask questions, and then we will open it up to all of you. And we do hope that you ask us questions. And of course, we welcome various points of view, and keep in mind that we are recording this, and also we have time constraints. So if you would like to make a point, we ask that it's concise and you can address any of our panelists. So let me introduce to you Saber. Saber is a Southern California native, an artist, and a graffiti writer since the age of 13. Saber burst onto the global graffiti scene with his 1997 piece on the sloping cement bank of the Los Angeles River, a work that is considered the world's largest piece, nearly the size of a professional football field. And you can tell us later this was the one that was whitewashed in the Times recently. Having exhibited globally, Saber is a diverse artist known for his complex graffiti abstracts on canvas and on wood, and his new reality oil paintings. His monograph, Saber Mad Society, which I have here tonight, and you're welcome to peruse it, gorgeous looking book, was released in 2007 to great acclaim, and in fact when I tried to purchase it, it was sold out at 2 bookstores. Saber is currently preparing for a solo exhibit in Los Angeles and the release of the 2nd edition of his book, Saber Mad Society. Next, we have Piper Severance. Piper is a local museum professional working in the Rights and Reproductions Department and a part-time manager of Saber's art studio, which is very busy. A full-time square who came to graffiti over 10 years ago armed with art history textbooks and the legal guide for artists. Piper writes about issues involving copyright,